Welcome to the Baboom Baboom podcast, your go-to source for expert tips on car stereo installation, vehicle wiring, and all things wiring related. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just getting started, we've got the advice to help you power up your ride. Get ready to crank up the volume on your knowledge and make your next wiring project a success.
All right, buckle up everybody, because we're diving deep into something pretty cool today. Syncing LED lights with music in your car. You guys sent us an awesome article from Baboom Baboom. And it looks like a really cool project. We're going to take a deep dive into this article and extract the most valuable nuggets for you guys. One thing that really stuck out to me right off the bat was how specific they are about the wire gauges. Like, they're talking about 16 gauge and 18 gauge wire. And that makes you realize there's a lot more to this than just slapping on some Christmas lights, right?
Yeah, definitely. That's a good indicator that they're thinking about the power that these systems draw, and you need some robust wiring to handle it safely. So it's a good sign that they're focused on doing it right.
Okay, so let's jump right into it. The article starts off with a shopping list. LED strips a music controller, your car battery for power wiring and mounting materials. Pretty standard stuff so far.
Yeah, but even within those basics, you have some choices to make.
Yeah.
For the LED strips, you really want to go with high-quality LEDs that are specifically designed for cars and music syncing. Because you got to think about it. They need to be durable enough to handle vibrations and temperature changes and the constant on-off cycling from the music. So this isn't your average, Christmas light setup here.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm all about keeping things organized, especially when you're working with a bunch of wires in a tight space like a car. So they actually recommend in the article color coding the wires, which I think is super helpful. And especially if you're a visual learner, like me, maybe I'd even go as far as like putting some masking tape on there and actually like writing what each wire is. What do you think about that?
Labeling is fantastic. Clear labeling is always a good practice in any electrical project because you will thank yourself later, especially when you're troubleshooting. All right, so before you even start wiring, you got to think about where these lights are going. You want them under the seats for a subtle glow. In the footwells, the article even talks about like the dashboard and door panels for a more bold look. So lots of options here.
Yeah, so many options. I'm kind of leaning towards that under-seat lighting, extending into the footwells a little bit. Kind of a cool understated effect. What about you?
Yeah, subtlety can be very, very effective, but no matter where you choose, you got to plan that layout carefully. Think about the wire lengths and how you're going to route everything neatly. And remember, they were talking about the heavier gauge wire. That 16 or 18 gauge, that's important. That's really crucial for handling the current these LEDs can draw, especially if you have longer runs, like under the seats and into the footwells.
Totally. Well, let's talk about the brains of the operation. The music controller. It explains the connections pretty clearly. Power from the car battery, obviously with that 16 gauge wire, and then audio input from your head unit or a microphone, and then output to the LED strips with the 18 gauge wire. Seems pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it is. But it is important, like the article says, to check the specific wiring diagram for your controller, because they're not all created equal, and some might have different input options or require specific wiring configurations. Skipping that step could lead to a lot of frustration or even damage.
Yeah, good point. Always good to double check. So once you've got it all wired up, they talk about testing and adjusting. So playing with those controller settings, brightness, sensitivity, and those awesome color patterns.
Yeah, that's where the fun begins. You're not just installing lights. You're creating a light show.
You're like a visual DJ.
Totally.
But before we get carried away with the fun stuff, the article makes it clear that troubleshooting is part of the game. If something's not working right, what do we do?
Yeah, it's all about those connections. Make sure there aren't any loose wires or voltage drops. Especially with those longer runs, you got to double check all of that.
Right, and especially with those longer runs under the seats and in the footwells. You want to make sure that everything is connected properly.
Absolutely. And speaking of leveling up, the article has some really cool enhancements. They talk about RGB LEDs for a wider color palette and integrating with a really good car audio system for like a truly immersive experience.
And get this.
Yeah.
They even suggest using sound deadening materials to improve the acoustics.
That's taking things to a whole new level.
I know, right?
And that's where things get really interesting, because if you think about it, it's all about sound and visuals working together to create a multisensory experience.
Totally. But before we get lost in all the possibilities, let's bring it back down to earth for a second and talk about safety, because the article really stresses how important this is.
Yeah, and they're right. No matter how cool the lights look, they shouldn't distract you or other drivers.
Right. And they specifically talk about avoiding glare, checking your local laws, and using fuses to protect against power surges. It's a good reminder that even with a fun, creative project like this, responsibility comes first.
Yeah, you got to bake safety into every step of the process.
For sure. And, those fuses, they're essential for protecting your investment.
Absolutely. A small precaution can prevent a big headache later on.
Exactly.
Need top-quality electrical wire? Baboom's got you covered. Get your 6-pack today. Each combo comes in 6 different colors and a total of 600 feet of wire. Perfect for any project, and you won't find a better price in the industry. Head over to baboom.com now to snag yours. That's baboom.com.
All right, so we've covered the basics of planning, installation, troubleshooting, and safety. But now let's get to the fun stuff, the artistic side of this whole endeavor. Because it's more than just lights, right? It's about creating an experience.
It is. It is. Think about it. You're composing a light show to accompany your music. You're bringing in those visual elements that a DJ would use to get a crowd going. You're bringing it into your car.
Well, love that analogy. You're like the DJ of your own mobile party.
Exactly.
And on the dance floor, you have the interior of your car.
Right.
You can create a mood.
Yeah, like a DJ uses lights to build energy and create a mood. You can do the same thing. With your LEDs, you can use bright flashing colors. You can even do strobing effects for high-energy tracks, and then softer colors, subtle fades, maybe some chasing patterns for something more mellow. It's all about matching the visuals to the vibe of the music.
I never even thought about it that way.
Yeah.
It's like you're using the light to interpret and enhance the emotion of the music.
Yeah.
And you can even use the car's interior to kind of accentuate the lights. The article talks about using the contours of the dashboard and seats to create interesting reflections and shadows.
Oh yeah, that's where things get really artistic. You're not just illuminating the space, you're using the light with the car's design. Imagine using the curves of the dashboard to create these sweeping patterns of light, or having the lights play off the texture of the seats.
Oh, that's so cool. But how much control do you actually have over all of this?
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about manually tweaking settings on the controller while you're driving.
Well, that might be fun for a little bit, but it wouldn't be very safe, would it? No, luckily modern controllers offer a lot more than just basic on-off and color selection.
Okay.
Many of them come with pre-programmed patterns, customizable color palettes, and even the ability to react to different frequencies in the music.
So like you could have the bass frequencies trigger one set of lights, the vocals trigger another, and then the high-end frequencies trigger something else entirely?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It is, and some controllers will even let you create and save your own custom light shows. So you could spend hours crafting these intricate visual symphonies, tailored to your favorite songs or even entire albums.
Man, I am so down this rabbit hole now. This is way more than just sticking some lights in your car. There's like a real art and a real skill to this.
It is. It's a testament to the passion and the ingenuity of car enthusiasts. They're always pushing the boundaries of customization and turning their vehicles into rolling expressions of their individuality.
It's all about making the driving experience more personal, more engaging, more fun, creating a journey that's uniquely yours.
And while we've been talking about the artistic side, what about the practical considerations? Like, what about the listeners out there who might be feeling a little intimidated by the technical aspects of this? Is this something that anyone can tackle, even if they're not super tech savvy?
That's a good question. The article does a pretty good job of breaking things down step by step. But it does require you to have some basic knowledge of wiring, tools, and some safety precautions. So it's not rocket science, but it's not exactly plug and play either.
Yeah, if you're comfortable with basic DIY projects and you're willing to do your research and follow the instructions carefully, then yeah, it's achievable. But if you're not comfortable with splicing wires or using a multimeter, it might be best to consult with a professional.
Yeah, for sure. And there are a ton of resources available online. YouTube is like a goldmine for tutorials, and there's tons of forums out there that can help you.
Yeah, speaking of online resources, you mentioned earlier that this article came from Baboom. I did a little digging. It looks like their website is a treasure trove of information on car audio and electronics.
Oh, yeah. They've got guides on everything from speaker wire to upgrading your amplifier. It's definitely worth checking out.
It sounds like a great resource for beginners and seasoned DIYers alike. And speaking of good resources, the article does a great job of emphasizing safety. They have a whole section dedicated to it, which I really appreciate.
Yeah, I know, right? They really stress the importance of avoiding glare, checking your local laws,
Yeah.
and using fuses to protect your system from power surges.
Right. It's about enjoying your creation responsibly and making sure that it doesn't pose a risk to yourself or others.
Exactly.
It's mindful modding.
Mindful modding, I like that.
Enhancing your car without compromising safety or legality.
You got to do your research, take your time, and follow those safety guidelines. And don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Now, before we wrap up, there's one last point I want to bring up. Something that's been in the back of my mind this whole time.
Oh, okay. I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
So we've talked a lot about syncing the lights to the music, but what about syncing them to the car itself?
Syncing to the car, what do you mean?
Well, your car's generating all this data, right? Speed, RPM, even like turn signals, brake lights. What if we could tap into that and use it to drive the light show?
Whoa. Okay, now we're talking next level. I can see it now, the lights pulsing faster as you accelerate, changing colors when you hit the brakes, even doing a cool little sequence when you use the turn signal.
Exactly. It's like taking that synchronized lighting
Yeah.
and integrating it with the car's own systems. It could be subtle, or you could make it really eye-catching.
I'm picturing like when you engage cruise control, the lights dim a little bit. Almost like the car is relaxing.
Yeah, or imagine the lights changing color based on your engine RPM, like blue for low revs and then shifting to red as you climb through the gears. It'd be like having a visual tachometer built into your lighting.
That's so cool. But how realistic is all of this? Can you even access that kind of data from the car's computer?
That's where things get a little more technical. It depends on the make and model of your car. But there are devices called OBD2 scanners, and you can tap into your car's onboard diagnostic system. And with the right software and some coding know-how, you could potentially extract that data and use it to control the lights.
So it's not exactly plug and play, but it's definitely possible.
Exactly. It's a whole frontier to explore. And who knows, maybe someday this will just be a standard feature in cars.
Right. It'll be like your car has its own mood ring. But even if it doesn't become standard, I think we've uncovered a whole world of creative potential. From syncing to music, to tapping into the car's data, the possibilities are pretty much endless.
It just goes to show that sometimes the most fascinating ideas come from combining seemingly unrelated things. Car diagnostics and LED lights, who knew?
It's a good reminder to never stop exploring and experimenting. And to all of you listeners out there, if you're feeling inspired to try this out, go for it. Embrace the challenge, get creative, and most importantly, have fun.
Yeah, and remember, keep safety in mind and never stop pushing the boundaries.
All right, that's it for our deep dive into syncing LED lights with music in your car. We hope you found it informative and maybe even a little bit mind-blowing. Until next time, happy driving. Keep those lights shining bright.
Need top-quality electrical wire? Baboom's got you covered. Get your 6-pack today. Each combo comes in 6 different colors and a total of 600 feet of wire. Perfect for any project, and you won't find a better price in the industry. Head over to baboom.com now to snag yours. That's baboom.com.